Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, home of the BitSquad, the largest and greatest crypto community in all the interwebs. My name is Ben. Every day on this channel, I show you how to make money in crypto. It's not a myth. It does happen. If you like money in crypto, make sure to hit that subscribe button for us. Which, by the way, those XRP people are going to kill us again. We don't fix their pillow.
Yeah.
I was... Hold on, XRP Army. I'm coming for you.
I was telling Brian there's a specific way to build that little thing. He redid it after New Money Gang.
Yeah, you got to get that XRP logo right or people are going to get upset. Guys, we got a big show for you today. Yeah, we're red today. We're red today, guys. It is what it is. New support, $30,700. We are now below 32. But if you got, we'll look at the charts here in a little bit. You'll see this is clear manipulation. Trying to get back over 32K is very difficult right now because the manipulators themselves have placed a very heavy resistance line at $32,000. Guys, this is the final push. This is the final shakeout. I do believe that 100%. I made a tweet on, what's that place I do tweets?
I think Twitter.
Twitter. I did a tweet on Twitter last night where I said, this is the week Bitcoin begins its ascent. I don't know if it's today. I don't know if it's Friday. I don't know if it's Saturday. But I firmly believe that we will make a low, not a new low, but we will make a low this week that we will be able to point back at and say, this is where it really started. I truly believe that.
I really hope you're right.
I hope I'm right too. We have a week of regulatory FUD coming. So they're going to try. This is a final shakeout. I don't know how this week is going to really go down yet. Right now we see Bitcoin going down right now. Bitcoin shirt again doesn't know if it wants to be red or green.
Ben's shirt.
Yeah, my shirt. This is my shirt.
Yeah.
So here we go. Let's see. Yeah, somebody says stop saying diamond hands, guys. But he spelled it without a D, so it's diamond hands. Guys, before we really get started, I got two housekeeping things I want to talk about. Number one, we talked about last week in, can you show the screen? We talked last week about some news about Cardano and the European Union. I wanted to credit Sure Blockchain here on Twitter. He's actually the person that information came from in that video. We did not credit him in the video, but here it is. We kind of found some other sources kind of confirming that stuff, but we always want to give credit where credit is due when people send us stuff. So you guys make sure to go follow this guy on Twitter. He is a blockchain researcher, investor. Maybe we want to talk to this guy. Maybe he'll want to come on our research team, maybe. And that's what he does. We'll see what happens. But guys, the other thing is, guys, we had a really big thing happen this week, and I'm super excited about it. Nobody's seen this yet. I'm thrilled. If you guys didn't know, we hit 100,000 subscribers back last year, and which is a big deal because we were at 10 to 12,000 at the beginning of last year, and we blew up, got 100,000. We never got our play button, our silver play button. Well, by the time it was time for us to straighten that out, we were already 1 million. So here it is, boys. The 1 million subscriber YouTube play button. We're going to make a nice little stand for this thing. You guys can see it right here.
Boom.
But you can't see my face. You need to see my face too. This thing's big. If you didn't know, the 1 million subscriber plaque from YouTube is quite large. It's much bigger than the silver one. So presented to BitBoy Crypto for passing 1 million subscribers. The first crypto YouTube channel to ever pass 1 million subscribers. And that's a big thank you to the BitSquad. This is a lot of work. Guys, I see a lot of hate comments these days. Number one, crypto is not kind to people at the top. People in this community are great, but if you look throughout the history of crypto, anyone who was the top influencer at that time, they just get killed left and right because there's a lot of bitter people out there who aren't making money and they see people making money. And then there's just some people who are always going to hate people being successful. And, you know, it is what it is. We deal with it. But here's what I want to say. What I want to say is, I was dealing with hate comments back when I had no subscribers. When Bitcoin was down at $3,000, and I was still telling you guys it was going to six figures. And you know what? What if 64K was the top? I was telling you to buy it at $3,000. What if 64K was the top? The point is I've been doing this for a long time. And I've seen a lot of different climates. I've seen a lot of different market scenarios happen. Ultimately, we're going to be proven right on everything. Even if our timeline is wrong, which I don't think it is. I still think we see six figures this year. But even if our timeline is wrong, Bitcoin is still going not only to $100,000, it is going to $1 million. What if it takes 10 years? How happy were all the people that were buying at 3,000? And so, this obviously, this is not about what I did. This is about what the BitSquad has done. We have hands down the greatest community in crypto. It's not even close. Every time we have a meetup, hundreds of people show up. I can't ever believe it. I'm like, I can't believe this. I remember when nobody liked me. I remember when nobody watched my channel. I could have had 3 people at a meetup 2 years ago. But I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I love you. You guys mean everything to me. If you've ever come to one of my meetups and you get a chance to talk to me, you know it's genuine and sincere. I love every single person that watches our videos, and you guys are all the real champs. So this gold play button is for you guys. It's not necessarily for me, so we're going to put it up here as a plaque. We're going to make a little stand for it so you guys remember you guys did that. All right, okay, guys, let's go ahead and get started on video today. 1.14 million subscribers, kind of stuck right now, but we're almost at 4.8 million total. We'll get there probably by the end of the week. Somebody said make an NFT of this. We may actually do that. Yeah. Guys, so on Twitter, don't forget, 457.4 thousand followers. All you guys got to do is go here, click this Gleam link to enter our contest. From It's Me, Scotty J on, what's the name of that platform? Twitch, on Twitch. They said, scroll up a little bit. Let me read it again. It's a great comment. Great, down. We still don't like you. We just want to know how to make money. Just kidding. Love your content. That was a good one. I like that. Thank you to all our viewers watching on Twitch and on Theta as well as our TikTok viewers. We appreciate all of you. But guys, we've got a new, did we add the LinkedIn to the, I'm live streaming, stop. Did we add it? We did not add it. We'll have to add the LinkedIn. But you guys don't forget to check out our new LinkedIn page we have here. We're starting to put a lot of focus on this. It's not new. We've had it for a while, 2,300 followers. But we probably won't wait till we get it added to the contest tomorrow for you guys actually to like it, if you're entering the contest. So we'll make sure, can you make a note to remember to do that? And guys, we also have our new Bit pool. Now we found out we have the same ticker as another pool, but the name is different. So the Cardano ticker allows you to do the same ticker. So unfortunately, that's just what it's going to be. It's going to be B pool with Bit pool as the official name. We are, let's see, right now we've got we pledged 100,000 ADA to the pool. So we are starting this. We're going to make a video on this tomorrow. You guys stay tuned for that. And guys, I do want to make an announcement also on tomorrow. I'm not going to be here tomorrow. So I'm not going to be here in the daytime. I've got this business leadership thing I've got to go to. So we will not be live streaming in the morning. I think we probably put the Cardano video out in the morning about the staking pool. Yeah. So if you want to know how to stake with Cardano, you can come check that out tomorrow at 11. Then we'll have other videos for you as well. And I think I will still be back for Around the Blockchain. It said what? What did it say? Do love both Bens? Who's the other Ben?
I don't know.
I don't know who the other Ben is. Only one around here. All right, guys, here we go. We got the market cap coming in at $1.25 trillion, down significantly. The volume pretty much dead, $56 billion. But here's the interesting thing. Bitcoin dominance is actually rising, which some people are saying is pretty concerning. Then we got our ETH gas. It is 12.5 Paraguays. That's the new thing. Like I said, support right now is $30,700. This is the new line where the people battling the manipulators on the way down. And we're going to look at the Bitcoin chart, which is going to make a little bit more of this clear to you guys. Ethereum, I told you guys the numbers, 1,800. We're still above that, so we're still fine. Bitcoin, here's where Bitcoin is. Let me just give you my feeling right now at this moment of what's going on with Bitcoin. I told you guys for months, well, for 6 weeks anyways, okay? $32,000 was the battle point, okay? Looks like now the below that is winning, okay? I don't expect that to continue. However, I told you for 6 weeks, what is the goal? What is the number they are trying to press it down to? $28,000. That is the number. You hear people saying 24, 21. I know, it's $28,000. That's where these people want to accumulate at. The problem is, both times they pushed it down in the $28,000 range, it's immediately bounced up. Why? Because there's a lot of support there. But that's not what they want. What they want is they want to push it down. And after they push it down, bore you guys to death and scare you to death so it will actually stay down there for a long enough time. Mid-July should start going up. I still think by the end of this week, we are going to see things get back on a positive road. It also could be next week. But like I've told you guys before, if this drags into August, we are in serious trouble. We are in serious trouble if this drags into August, but I do not believe that that will be the case. So this week, this might be the final pushdown. We had the Grayscale Unlock news yesterday, which was a big nothing burger, right? It actually didn't lead to anything dramatic. Well, why is that? Institutional investors take the weekends off. So what I think we're seeing right now is I think that right now we are seeing this one final push trying to get things to go down to $28,000. I don't think it's going to work. We have to see what happens at that $30,700 level. But this is the final shakeout to try to get you guys to sell. And what have we been telling you for a long time? Don't sell your Bitcoin. Don't sell your Ethereum. Don't sell your Cardano. And don't sell your XRP. I've decided we are now adding XRP into the weekly rotation. So we will be having one full XRP video per week. I am 100% sure this thing is going to pop here at some point. What I would like to say on that is I've been thinking about having some of these XRP people on the channel. What do you guys think? I want to know if you're in the XRP army, who are the people you would want to see me do a collaboration with? Because, guys, look, XRP is something that I've been invested in for a long time. I've been in, out, in, out, in, out. Right now, I'm heavily in it. But I'm not, like, plugged into the XRP community. So we have some of those people on the channel, not the ones who hate me because I'm stealing their shine, but some people that genuinely want what's best for the people watching. So we'll see what they say. Okay, all right, real quick, let's look at the top gainer of the day. Dash up 15%. We had a video on Dash last week. They've got a new payments app. What are they saying? Do you see anything? Ripple isn't Flare. I didn't say Ripple was Flare. I think I think I had it in the title, but I think it was just for keyword.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah. On that video, it was just in the title. So
yeah.
And basically,
all the information was correct.
We didn't say Ripple was creating it, but they're heavily invested in it, and they do have a pretty large.
Obviously, Ripple's paying attention to what's going on there.
Right.
So
they're behind it, quote unquote.
BC backer, blockchain backer. People like that guy. Okay. All right. So here we go. Let's go ahead and get into the AMAs. I saw you kept highlighting. Well, pretty sure I was talking.
Yeah. Hack Phoenix.
Oh, look at this.
From Twitch. Wow. Can we stake our ADA in the pool now? And just real quick on that, yes, it is available to stake in the pool now. Like he mentioned, we're going to be doing a full video on it in the next day or so. But it is live and active. Any wallet that you can stake from, like a Daedalus wallet or there's 2 or 3 other big Cardano ones. So as long as you have your ADA in that wallet, you can stake to the pool now. And we launched it with 100,000 ADA. We'll end up staking a lot more of ours here soon. But we wanted to give everybody else a chance to get in on the pool and all that kind of stuff too. So it should fill up pretty fast. If it gets fully saturated, we'll launch another one. We're already set up to
we are launching another one for sure.
So
we'll also be doing Cartesian one-chain nodes as well, I believe.
Yes, we're looking at CTSI next. Okay, Gaming Bones, Celsius or I think that's supposed to say Gemini for interest on BTC.
Germany?
Yeah.
Celsius or Germany?
Yeah, that's what it says. But
World War III? I don't know. I'm taking Celsius. No, I don't really mess with Gemini that much. There's my baby over there. J-Chain's just walked in the house. He just moved here.
Oh, J-Chain.
He broke his wrist?
Oh, no.
Dude, come on in, dude. Hold on a second. Can you pause? We need to be able to pause the clock.
Yeah.
What? You broke your wrist?
I think so.
Grab the other mic.
That mic?
Just pick one.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up?
You broke your wrist, dude. What were you doing when you broke that thing?
I was pulling my motorcycle out of the moving truck. And I went a little too slow and fell right off of it.
You fell off the motorcycle?
Yeah. Well, I fell off the motorcycle off the moving truck.
Yeah. You told me last time you had a motorcycle accident you were never getting on one again.
Well, I lied.
You were scared for a hot minute. Well, dude.
Hey.
Yeah, gotta go lefty. Gotta go lefty right here. Good to see you, dude. He just moved here, so we're excited to have Justin here full time now. Hey, love you. Okay. Yeah, so I don't pay much attention to Gemini. I'm not really, we like the Winklevoss twins. We like what they do for crypto. But it's not something I would definitely say Celsius all day, every day.
Yeah, we actually have some pretty big news on Celsius for better rewards for our community here pretty soon. We'll probably talk about next week.
They said J-Chains versus Gravity. I love these people.
Miss Elliott on Twitch, insights on the no telling Yellen news drop coming later this week. Any thoughts?
Yeah, so what I would say is I've been told we have a week-long regulatory push against Bitcoin. So we're going to see a week of regulatory FUD. We're going to get stories several days this week. We'll have to see what happens, if it actually comes true or not. But that's what I've been told. I was told it yesterday. So big surprise, already today we're starting to see some things. So it's all big nothing burgers. I do think we have serious crypto regulation coming by the end of this year, but I think it will be after the market. It may actually kind of start the fall down, which I do not think we've seen yet.
Okay. What do you think about EU and Cardano possible agreement?
Well, from what we're hearing, okay, what we're hearing is that when it comes to the European Union and Cardano is competing for a contract. They don't have it secured yet. That's what we're being told. So we'll have to continue to watch the story. They're in the running for the European Union digital identity, but we don't have confirmation they've received the contract yet. So I think it's very bullish that they're even in the conversation. But okay,
perfect. Justice Beaver, BitBoy, since receiving your plaque, what is still the most surreal thing for you throughout this whole journey?
The most surreal thing for me has got to be. There's a few things for sure. Seeing $1 million at one time, that was pretty cool. I had never done that before. But I got to say, our 1 million subscriber thing was crazy because I just, like that morning, it was going up so fast, and I was watching it, and I was just like, 1 million people. You start to think about, like, when you go to the Super Bowl and there's 60,000 people there. Like, you got way more people than that have watched you. And that are current subscribers. And to me, 1 million subscribers was huge. We were the first crypto channel to do it. There's now another channel that also acts as a 1 million subscriber channel. But outside of that, and Altcoin Daily will be there pretty soon, which we love Altcoin Daily. If Altcoin Daily passed me, I would, pat them on the back. They do a great job. Yeah, so I think the day we had the 1 million subscriber celebration, that was cool. And then the day we became the biggest channel on YouTube for crypto, that was pretty cool as well.
Muskin Germany, Matic or OMG Network?
Matic all day. I'm not huge on OMG Network. I think it's got its purpose. I'm much bigger on the ETH Layer 2 solutions like Polygon. I love Matic. That's why I bought $400,000 last week. Today, I think it's worth $12. So,
XRP top price prediction next bull run after SEC lawsuit.
$50.
50. Now, I don't know if he means next time.
He said next bull run.
Right, but he might mean next time the price goes up.
Oh. So I kind of think top end, I think we've said somewhere between $12 to $30, depending on how stuff goes. But I would feel confident for the next bull run in 4 years saying $50. I'd feel very confident saying that. But for the rest of this year, we're talking about part 2 of this bull run. I feel pretty comfortable at $12. Honestly, I think $12 would be quite the climb for XRP, and I think it's definitely possible. Anything in the 12 to 20 range, it would be a massive win. I feel very confident, though, by the next bull run, all the banks are going to be using it. We're going to be killing it with XRP, and I think that we're going to pretty easily be able to get to $50. What is that? How many viewers?
Last question, and then we'll move on. Is Litecoin a good long-term hold?
A lot of people would tell you no because it's like boring and there's not as much development and it's, doesn't seem to be really killing it right now. But the one thing I would tell you is that over the history of altcoins, there's been no altcoin more consistent than Litecoin, consistently in the top 10. Right now, I think it's around 14, 15. We've seen it drop and we've seen it go right back. One thing we know is a lot of the institutions, not institutions, a lot of the payment websites like PayPal, Coinbase, Litecoin was one of their first ads. PayPal has said Litecoin is something that they're going to be really big on. So I think it's underrated. I think it would be good for the long term, but I'd say there's just other things I would rather have than Litecoin, if that makes sense. Right now, guys, we got 10,294 viewers. We got about 2,000 likes. In this video, we're going to try to go for 6.5 thousand likes, 6,500. Let's see if we can do it. 65,000 would be a new all-time high for Bitcoin. 6,500 likes would be a euphoric high for me on the channel. So if you guys could get that, that would be great. If you're watching on mobile, make sure X out of the live chat, hit that like button. and then click the mobile icon to come back, the mobile chat icon. If you're watching on TV, bottom left-hand corner of the screen, should say more actions or more options. Click that, and then hit react, and then like, or heck, dislike this video. I don't care if you dislike it.
Did you want to answer that one real quick?
Yeah, just somebody says, does this change your predictions on when the pump will come?
This dip.
No, not at all. Whether it's in the next 2 weeks, guys, I'm telling you, by the end of September, this thing is winding down. By the end of September, very beginning of October, I don't pay any attention to anybody that says, no, I'm not throwing shade at anybody. I know Benjamin Cowan talks about lengthening cycles. I don't believe in a lengthened cycle. I don't believe in that at all. Once it is a lengthened cycle, I'll come around. But I don't think we're going to see that. There's a lot of stuff I'm hearing about September in the traditional world that could have a big impact. Or is the stock market going down today too, by the way, if somebody could fill us in on that?
I believe it was.
I think somebody said that it was.
Yeah.
There's a lot of regulation stuff coming in at the end of the year. There's a big jobs report due into September. You've got the end of quarter 3 ending in September. So there's a lot of stuff. So all that matters is how fast this thing is going to run up. They're just biding their time right now. But guys, use common sense. Whales are accumulating, period. Whales are accumulating at these levels. People have been making fun of Michael Saylor all weekend. I saw it all because Michael Saylor was saying that, telling some people it was a great time to buy Bitcoin, and people were pointing out the fact that he bought $1 billion worth at 57,000. And he said, I ain't worried about it.
Yeah, I liked his response to a lot of that stuff was really good. I like that he said it's either this is the future of digital real estate and it's one of the best investments to make and you're always going to wish you had more, or it's not and it doesn't, like you're an idiot for buying it at any price.
Yeah.
So it's like a zero-sum game to him.
So, yeah, zero-sum game to him. He's accumulating. He's not trying, and this is what I tell people. When you're accumulating, it's not about the dollars, it's about the amounts of the coins that you have. And that's what you have to pay attention to. That's what Michael Saylor says. So people are saying that the cycles are already lengthening. Look, here's the thing. If we look back here, this one should be almost about exactly the same as the last one. The first post-halving cycle was about 740 days. This last one was 1,050 days. So yeah, from the first one to the second one, there was a lengthening, but I am more focused on the percentages of the halves of the bull run. First half from the bottom of the market to the halving, and then the second one is from the halving to the top of the market. I'm more focused on that. And when you work that out for this bull run, it should be about the same as the last one. So we'll have to see. Just because there was an increase from the first one to the second one doesn't mean that there's an increase from the second one to the third one. And who knows? Maybe by the end of this run, everything will be blown out of the water and everything we think we know about Bitcoin and the cycles is wrong. But it will be more information for us to add. With each cycle, we get more information to compile and to help us make predictions on where we think things are going. So it increased from the first to the second one, but we don't know from the second one to the third one. That's not really a good gauge of all the cycles are lengthening. We just know, we know that. We know that the first half of this bull run from the bottom of the market to the halving was exactly the same amount of weeks as the last time. Exactly the same amount of weeks, 75 weeks. Actually, it's shorter. Actually, it's 75 weeks. The last one was 76. So we'll have to see what happens there from that. And by the way, I wanted to say, I was watching Crypto Banner this morning, and Rand was saying that you'll get notifications if you unsubscribe and then resubscribe and hit the notification bell. Something we might want to look into.
Let's test that.
Yeah, if you guys are not getting notifications for our channel, click the unsubscribe button, re-click the subscribe button, and then turn on the bell for notifications right after. So let's see if it works. And come back tomorrow and report your findings if you got notifications back. So that would be pretty interesting. Okay, so we'll pull up the chart here. I want to show you guys some stuff on the chart for Bitcoin. Not looking too great really right here. We got some interesting stuff. If we switch over to our regular candles instead of our Heiken Shis, and we go over to the daily, we got some really interesting stuff shaping up over here. And what I tell you guys, I told you guys there is manipulation going on right now. They're trying to press the price down. Regulatory FUD week.
And yeah, the stock market got hammered today.
Stock market hammered. Okay, so that might be interesting. So look at what we got down here. Last night, or yesterday, we had a green dot on the daily, which is very strong. If you come back here, we got a green dot. Let's see, what candle was that on? Right here. We had a green dot here, which, was nullified by the yellow X. Now we got a green dot, possibly nullified by the yellow X. But if we look back, I mean, the last green dot we had before, following the market dump was back in September when things really started going up. You can see right here. So this is really interesting that we have two symbols so close to each other that mean totally opposite things with this yellow X and the green dot. So they're saying the 12-hour yellow X is wanting to print. I think that hopefully we will see things bounce this week. I do think we're going to. Where did it get down to? It went down to 30,300. Right now it's sitting at 30,600, so it's broken that 30,700 support since we've been here on the show. Let me keep an eye on this here too. See what's going on with this. So, when it comes to Bitcoin right now, it's number one, it's been really boring. Number two, it just seems like everything is everywhere right now. There doesn't seem to be really one way that everybody thinks that things are going, and you see a lot of back and forth between people, except the bears. All the bears say it's going down. They believe it's going down, and why wouldn't they? So, let's see here. Somebody trolling me over there, they say?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. They want me to go back to the hopium pipe. Have you ever smoked hopium?
Once or twice.
Heck of a drug.
Yeah.
Opium. All right, so let's go ahead and get into what's going on here with the mining rewards. Real quick before we do, here's a chart, by the way. We looked at this. Bitcoin compared to the adoption curves of other industries. And guys, I was talking with my father-in-law this weekend. We went out to lunch at a really crappy restaurant. And great reviews. They were fake, I'll tell you that. It was a hibachi place that didn't have hibachi. And like the scallops, they literally look like quarters. I was like, what? Can I get a scallop? But anyways, that's another story. But we were sitting there and we were talking, and he said, you know what's crazy is I watch your channel, I listen to it, I know about crypto now. He said, it's amazing how nobody I ever talk to knows about crypto. Like, they've got no clue. Like, nobody, more than just hearing about Bitcoin, people out there don't really have a clue. And it feels like an echo chamber where we're all talking about crypto and adoption and mainstream. We're telling you real stories that are going on. But outside of us in this circle, people have no clue what's happening in crypto. And that echo chamber, it gives you a false idea of how many people know. And when you come over here and you look at the adoption curve of Bitcoin and see where we're at, like, it's hardly anything. It's hardly anybody that is using crypto right now. We do see this number go up, obviously, as the prices of Bitcoin goes up. But we are on a very fast adoption curve. And here's just a reminder. You are early. There you go. You are early. It's not too late. I know a lot of people got it in May or March, and they're feeling the pinch right now. But, guys, this thing doesn't fail over time. Over time, you make money in crypto. No question about it. And you get rewarded for your conviction. And that's something I really like about crypto. 4 consecutive difficulty drops make Bitcoin block rewards 49% easier to find. There's Pac-Man. Look at that. Following the largest mining difficulty drop in Bitcoin's history, this weekend we'll once again see another slide, but less than 60% of the difficulty will be shaved. I think it ended up coming in at about 5% dead on. Statistics show Bitcoin's hash rate has been able to climb higher since the difficulty dropped 2 weeks ago and climbed above 100 exahash per second. The weekend's upcoming Bitcoin mining difficulty drop will be the only time in history the difficulty slipped 4 times in a row. 2021's consecutive difficulty drops come awfully close to 2011's records. After trying to crack down on Bitcoin miners, a large quantity of hash power has been temporarily halted. I now believe that's one giant Chinese FUD plan they've been pushing forward. Which, by the way, how many of you guys liked my video I made yesterday about Elon, the muskrat working with the CCP? Did you watch that video?
I didn't see the whole thing.
Did you see the article?
No.
That Tesla literally spoke with the CCP about getting them to censor anti-Tesla posts.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's getting wild.
Yeah, I want to check out this Freedom phone. Have you guys seen the Freedom phone? Eric Finman, he's was the youngest Bitcoin millionaire. He's created something that's like, it's got a like basically decentralized app store that, you know, nothing can be censored on. So we'll have to see how that thing works out. I sent him a message. If anybody knows Eric, I sent him a message on Twitter, but he's not following me, so he may not see it. Very interested in getting one of those and testing it out and seeing if it's something that we would like to promote on this channel because, guys, censorship's gone crazy. And with the CCP taking over the world right now, it's only going to get worse. That's for sure. Also, it hasn't been this easy to mine Bitcoin since January of 2020, which was the most depressing time. January of 2020 was probably my most depressing time in crypto, meaning that usually it's the darkest before the dawn. Let's see. It was a 4.81% decline this weekend. I told you guys I thought it was dead on 5%, so that's pretty close. It's down 45% from its recent all-time high of 25 trillion. Let's see anything else in here. Last time when the network's mining difficulty recorded negative adjustments for more than 4 times in a row in 2011. Also, did you guys see the story that I talked about? Oh, somebody said the Freedom phone is made in China. Is that really? It might be.
It probably is. They make
they make everything. Phones. They make all the phones. They make all the phones over there. We don't have phone factories here.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the story over the weekend that I talked about with BlackRock Petroleum getting into Bitcoin mining? I found out this weekend that was kind of a mistake because I didn't know this, but BlackRock, the hedge fund, and BlackRock Petroleum are totally different. They have nothing to do with each other. Yeah, so one is BlackRock, one word, one is BlackRock, 2 words. And I'm told the guy that runs that BlackRock Petroleum, he also had a Chinese company named Lotus. I don't think it's the car. And anyways, he's a giant scammer, basically. Like, he's a giant scammer, and he's, you know, always like kind of like serial doing these kinds of, you know, cash grabs. So it decent story. I mean, they've got a lot of money, but not BlackRock, the hedge fund. So I do want to point that out. I don't like making mistakes. You could see how easy a mistake that is. You would think that BlackRock would control BlackRock Petroleum, but they don't. Okay, so, and then here is I mean, look at this chart. I mean, absolutely crazy when you look at how much this hash rate has dropped. Goes back, it's actually now the lowest it's been, like they said, since January 2020. So really interesting stuff. Okay, let's check out Ethereum here. This is Ethereum locked in smart contracts. Rockets while exchange reserves shrink. See the numbers. Now, I'll tell you another thing to factor in. Another thing to factor in when we're thinking about, when we are thinking about what's happening in the Ethereum world and we're thinking what's happening in the larger crypto investment world, what we're seeing is that we've now had this London hard fork push back to August 4th. Now, is there a correlation between kind of this run up at the end of this month and that hard fork? Because if you remember, the hard fork was supposed to come mid-July. That may have been why we are hearing that mid-July number, which I'm still not giving up on. I mean, mid-July. Maybe it'd be by the 25th. That'd still be mid-July in my mind. I'd like it to be before the 20th, but I think that's tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. This could be the final push today. Definitely could. But is that factoring into things as Ethereum gets ready for, as it gets ready for, you know, the London hard fork? So here's some numbers that are good. And like I said, look what the whales are doing. Ethereum locked in smart contracts rockets while exchange reserves shrink. I got to get rid of this. We got to tell him to get rid of this space at the bottom. I hate that. Mr. Everron Schmeeds. Ethereum supply on centralized exchanges nosedives to 2018 levels. Where are Ethereum holders transferring their coins? According to data by leading on-chain data vendor Glassnode, Ethereum holders are aggressively withdrawing their coins from centralized exchanges. This trend has been valid for 12 months in a row. For the first time, the Ethereum balance on exchanges started decreasing in July of 2020. Back then, Ethereum was worth $200 to $300. As a result of this prolonged withdrawal impulse, the aggregated quantity of Ethereum stored in exchanges, Ethereums. Never. Have you ever heard of Ethereums?
No.
is close to even to levels unseen since Q4 2018. Holders take a breath before EIP 1559. Smart contract stuff is rocketing if you don't understand. Okay, well, people are saying Freedom Phone's a scam. Okay, well, we'll have to see what happens. That's from Urban Nerd Beats. $10. I don't have one now, so we'll have to see. But look, I don't care if it's a scam or if it's, here's a fact. We got to do something. Somebody's got to have a phone. All of our phones are made in China. We got to come up with a phone factory somewhere else. Because there's no doubt that they're, putting stuff in those phones. So why is BitBoy assassinating Elon's character? Because he's a crappy human. That's why. Look at his history. Look how he got his money. Look, he basically got it from apartheid, okay? Like, look where his family got rich at. Look at what he's doing. We did a decoupling video, Corey, a few weeks ago, maybe about a month ago. You can go check it out on Ethereum. So it's hard to assassinate somebody's character that's already dead. For the first time, the indicator started to boom during the DeFi craze. It's witnessing an upsurge since January 2021. Both processes are catalyzed by the upcoming EIP 1559 activation. This is a really interesting thread. I've been checking this guy out. I should probably follow him. Do I follow him? I don't. Croissant on Twitter. Croissant. The only French word I like, croissant. He put out a lot of really good content. My father-in-law actually turned me on to a tweet of his a while back that was really cool. But this says all the stuff coming for Ethereum within the next year. And that's why we tell you it's so much bigger. Get rid of that. Yet you're here. Yet you're here, sir. Think about all of the things that are coming to Ethereum over the next year. Can you take it down, by the way, right now? We're having like coordinated stuff in here. We have NFTs. So we know NFTs are coming. They're going to be big. You show the screen. NFTs are coming, guys. Crypto does not like NFTs right now. But guess who does? Mainstream. The mainstream people are more interested in NFTs than the crypto people right now. EIP 1559 coming. Supply on exchanges dropping. Ethan smart contracts rocketing. Synthetics. Which, by the way, did you guys see the story about Binance having to remove their tokenized stocks?
Yep. That was pretty big.
I said that could be an issue for them. I said that could be an issue a while back. That was what was killing synthetics. I believe probably the synthetics pump was people leaving Binance that had inside knowledge that was coming. And starting to understand you got to have a decentralized protocol to do that. You're not going to be able to do it on a centralized exchange. They're going to come after you. So FTX will probably be next. So anyways, just a lot of really cool stuff here on this thread. When you look at what's coming for Ethereum, absolutely huge. Let's see. Oh, we only had 2 tabs there for that. All right, we'll move on to the next thing. Why the Grayscale Unlock is no big deal. Here is Nicholas Merton, also known as Data Dash. He was the largest crypto YouTuber for quite a while. And he's been recently traveling. He got back, started talking about some of this stuff. The largest institutional holder of Bitcoin, the Grayscale Bitcoin Fund, is presently unlocking certain amounts of Bitcoin and will continue to do so over the coming weeks. Some analysts have said that given the current predicament of Bitcoin hovering just above the $30,000 level, which let's take a live look here. It's at 30,700 right there. I told you guys that was a pretty good level. Hasn't dropped much below that yet. Some analysts have said that given the current predicament of Bitcoin hovering just above the critical $30,000 support level, these unlocks can contribute to crashing the crypto down through the support and into a new bear market. That's what they want you to think. Data Dash put out a recent video on this. Yesterday, he saw the unlocking of a very large tranche. Is it tranche or tranche?
Tranche.
I got to say tranche. Sounds French, doesn't it? Tranche.
It probably is.
Of shares in the form of 16,000 Bitcoin. This is a part of the overall unlock of 40,000 Bitcoin to be carried out over the following weeks. Investors would no doubt be worried about these unlocks. Given the precarious state of the market, yesterday's unlock was awaited with a good deal of fear, uncertainty, and doubt. No incentive for selling of these shares on the open market, given that this will dump the Bitcoin price. All that is happening is there is a fractional unlocking of Bitcoin that goes all the way back up to 2020 or all the way back to 2020. And these unlocks never had a significant effect on the price. This chart, courtesy of ByBit, it's not ByBit, it's ByBit, shows these unlock amounts, but it can be noted that these had little or no effect on the price going back to December of 2020. GBTC premium is very negative, and investors have been carrying GBTC at a discounted rate of 20 to 25%. Therefore, it can be imagined that Grayscale is certainly not going to sell off any GBTC willy-nilly in order to compensate for a premium. And guys, here's the bigger thing that's going on with Grayscale. There's a couple big things going on with Grayscale right now. Obviously, this did not lead to a massive sell-off. It was yesterday. Now, today, what are we seeing? Today, we're seeing, guys, the institutional money takes the weekends off generally. Okay, I can't say that about the Asian market, but in the United States, these big institutions take the weekends off. They got stuff to do. They gotta, they gotta pick out their new, skins to go in their lizard outfits and stuff like that. But the fact is that yesterday people were expecting the price to dump all weekend. I told you guys it wasn't going to happen. We've had a little 3 or 4% correction today. Okay, didn't come yesterday. A very slow kind of drip of the price going down, but nothing dramatic. But now today we've got the yellow X. We know the manipulation is here. We know the manipulation is trying to push down below $30,000, the target of $28,000. We know that, but the unlock itself was a non-event. So I think today they're trying to play kind of on the stock market crashing as well, or dropping quite a bit. See if they can get the momentum of Bitcoin down. Guys, I want you guys to think about this, okay? What have you guys seen from our YouTube number? If you guys ever pay attention to how many people are watching? You ever pay attention? I was watching Crypto Banter today. 6,000 people watching Crypto Banter. How many people do we have here right now? 11,000?
12.5.
12.5, okay. Crypto Banter had 6,000 people with an extremely negative, shock thumbnail. Okay, which, look, I ain't going to blame them for doing that. We may have done it today. I don't even look at the thumbnails anymore. I don't even know what the title is today of this video. So maybe it's the same. I don't know. But what I'm saying is this, is that I remember the day we hit 1 million subscribers, and that week, we were doing 30 to 40 to 50,000 viewers at a time. Crypto Banner had got up to where I think they hit 30,000 one day. Now they're down to 6. Okay? We watch these YouTube numbers religiously. And it's weird, isn't it? It's like literally every single YouTuber but one has been hit really hard in views over the last, kind of weird, isn't it? But we've all been hit on views across the board. Crypto, Carl, I've talked to them about it. Crypto Busy is somebody we work with a lot. Their numbers are extremely down. Every YouTuber's numbers, except for one, are extremely down right now. Okay? Now, how does this have anything to do with what I'm talking about? They bore you to death. That is what the big money does. They've been doing it on Wall Street for years. They don't want you excited about crypto. That's how they accumulate. They remove all of those people that were watching a few weeks ago, 2 months ago. So many of them are gone, which means what? They're not paying attention to crypto, which means what? There's no volume to move the price up. It can only move down. They lull you to sleep. You guys know how Bitcoin has been feeling so boring the last 2 weeks? That's a plan. That's a plan. That's what they want. They want to bore you to death so you will not buy Bitcoin. Why? They accumulate. A lot of these people have exited the market already. They're going to be sorry, and they're going to come back when the prices go up. They'll have a very short period of time to make money, but then they'll lose their money again because that's what the people without conviction do in crypto. So you have to have conviction about where all this is going. The conviction and the passion for this space is what keeps you here when the prices are down, because it gets to a point where there's not a lot of prospects of making money in the short term. People that are 100% short-term driven, that's why they always lose, okay? Grayscale Unlock, it was a big nothing burger. If it plummeted the price, that almost would have been better for the attention. But it didn't. It was nothing. And I told you guys it was going to be nothing for a month. People were telling you, watch out for that date. It was going to be terrible. For a month, I was telling you that wasn't true. But there's other Grayscale news. They are launching an institutional grade DeFi fund and index. The fund will give investors the ability to invest in DeFi protocols. It will give them broad-based exposure to DeFi assets, including Uniswap and Aave. This will be Grayscale's 15th investment vehicle. Now, here's something that's pretty interesting, which is that, let's see, we don't have this today covered. Let me pop this in real quick if I can speak correctly. Big news on the ETF today, as Bitcoin ETF in the matter or in the U.S. a matter of when, not if, says Grayscale CEO. And I've told you guys this before. I believe the first ETF that will get approved, I don't know when it'll be, it will be from Grayscale. They will get the first one. I think Kathy Woods has an ETF proposal too, but guess what? She's also invested in Digital Currency Group, also invested in Grayscale. So she's got a lot of desire there to see this happen for Grayscale. So that's what I believe. I believe we will see the Grayscale ETF approved. There have been some in other countries like Brazil and Canada improved. But as such, Michael Sonnenschein, definitely part of the crypto financial cartel, asserted that Grayscale is 100% committed to converting our flagship product, GBTC, to an ETF when regulatory approvals are ready. And my question would be, what happens there? What happens there to the trust itself? Does it just convert over? I don't know what happens to get a trust converted over to an ETF. I guess you don't have an idea either, do you? No. All right. TJ, that's why I hired you.
To know all that stuff?
No, to not know that stuff.
Oh, perfect.
And not make me look bad.
Perfect. Well, I got your back.
You got a knife in it, you said?
No. I said I got your back.
Oh, you got my back.
Yeah.
Okay. Somebody says we need a decentralized web for this kind of content. 100%. We definitely need decentralization. And I don't know much about that Freedom Phone. I think the idea sounded fun. We have to move to something decentralized or we're all in trouble. My days are numbered. I will tell you that. It's very clear where I stand on a lot of stuff. And it's not with the cartel. It's not with the techocracy. We're the opposite of that. And so our days are numbered here. There will come a day when we do get removed from YouTube. I'm sure of it. Now, is it 5 years? Is it 3 years? Is it 2 years? Is it tomorrow? I don't know. But I can tell you our viewpoints on a decentralized world, that does not line up with the world that the people that are in control want. And so eventually it's probably going to become a problem. Somebody says my days aren't numbered on Twitch, which I forgot to say the date again today.
What's the date?
We got to remember to say the date. It's the 19th, correct? July 19th?
That is correct.
Yeah,
and I would say Twitch censorship is pretty much just as bad.
Yeah, didn't they remove old Dr. Disrespect?
Well, yeah, that was...
Was he disrespectful to them?
That was a... Yeah,
it's in the name.
That was a big thing.
We still don't know what happened, do we?
I don't. I don't know if it ever came out. I know it was a big legal thing between him and Twitch.
Crypto Vet says he'll protect me if they come after me. Thank you, Crypto Vet. You gonna shoot me with some cat tranquilizer? I may have taken that once before.
Got him.
Long time ago.
Long time ago, right? Yeah.
Oh, it was special. It was special.
I bet it was.
Oh man.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go. Let's move on. Okay. So we basically got a couple stories from my head writer here and researcher, Catoshi Nakamoto, also known as the Cat. Yale. Now, guys, we're the first place to have this story, by the way. Published 17 years ago. Yale and Fed researchers.
Hours ago.
What's that?
17 hours ago.
What did I say?
Years.
Cat years.
Cat years.
Cat years is what it is. I said years. Wow, 17 years ago. Wow.
We were really on it.
We are on it today. It's the red. It threw me off. Yale and Fed researchers published document on stablecoins ahead of Biden admin meeting discussing regulation. The joint report, which is nearly 50 pages, was written by Gary B. Gorton. I don't know what else he be, but he be Gorton for sure. Yale School of Management, National Bureau of Economic Research, and head of Yale Program on Financial Stability, along with old Jeffrey Zhang, who serves on the board of governors of the Federal Reserve. Both Zhang and Gordon state that private money is now upon us, the form of stablecoins like Tether and Facebook's Diem, formerly Libra. Interestingly, just like the American Banking Association document the BitBoy Crypto previously reported on, the paper by Yale and the Fed separates the digital asset market into separate categories. However, unlike ABA, the authors argue that Bitcoin is not backed by anything. How stupid.
So dumb.
This is categorically false, as Bitcoin is backed by the miner securing the hash rate on the network. Let's see here. Our authors argue... they state history has proven that private money is a subpar medium of exchange and is subject to runs. Yeah, obviously the public people say that. In general, we observe that the federal government has two sets of options: convert stablecoins into the equivalent of public money by bringing stablecoins within the insured bank regulatory perimeter, or requiring stablecoins to be backed one for one with treasuries or reserves at the central bank. Introduce a central bank digital currency, tax private money out of existence.
I don't know what that is, but they keep super chat.
Braxme de-Googled phone.
Yeah.
Make a note. As founder and CEO of Avanti Bank and Trust, Caitlin Long, who I think is a good person. I think maybe I can get confirmation on. I can find out who the good people are and the bad people are pretty easy. So I think Caitlin Long is a good person. I think. Caitlin Long highlighted on Twitter, this document comes as the U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet No-Tellin Yellen, voted best nickname that we have on the channel, Janet No-Tellin Yellen, has convened regulators on Monday. She added that a footnote in the document references tomorrow's big president's work group meeting. That's a lot of highlighted stuff here. So we'll have to see what happens, because we do know that this stablecoin stuff is coming, and this is the ABA report that we had mentioned before, also by the Cat. It released a report on digital assets for bankers. This is 2 days ago. That discusses everything from Bitcoin's origins to a different digital asset use case, various types of assets, technological foundations, and the industry that makes it all possible. We got to get this text bigger on this website.
Okay.
Because, can people read that? I can barely read it. Crypto markets are rapidly evolving, and there's currently a diverse and complex ecosystem of companies offering access to digital asset products. Digital and programmable nature of these products mean that they can be used to facilitate many kinds of financial activities that increasingly mirror the products and services offered by traditional financial institutions. And I think, was this the one said? Here it is. I want to read this. They further state a likely bogus poll expressing that a survey by institutional crypto trading and custodial firm NYDIG found that 80% of Bitcoin holders would move their Bitcoin to a bank if the bank had secure Bitcoin storage. 80%.
Yeah, right.
80%.
Yeah.
There's no way that's right.
No way.
No.
It's total BS.
So anyways, guys, the fact is, here's what we're looking at. We got the banking industry 100% focused on crypto right now. We have, and I met a guy. I met a guy.
How did that go?
What's that?
How did that go? Oh.
That guy?
How did that go?
When I met a guy?
Yeah. Where'd you meet him?
A bar.
By the way, Eddie Parrott says Eddie Parrott should have been the best nickname option.
It should have been. It should have been. I met him at a bar at my meetup. So it was at my meetup. It was a guy I met at the meetup. He actually works for one of the big banking organizations. He showed me the card, and he was like, like he already knew. And you know what he told me? He said, listen, I work with these people this is one of the top 5 banks. Well, the top 5. If I say the name, you know the name for 100%, no question about it. We talk about him almost every day. Okay? He works there. And he knows the crypto department. And he told me specifically, he said, just so you know, our crypto team knows nothing about crypto. They have no idea what's going on. If you think that these high-level banks have crypto people smarter than me and TJ, you're wrong. They don't. They may be smarter in, knowing how to resize Excel spreadsheets.
Right.
Maybe.
How to separate you from your money.
That they know how to do that for sure. They don't know about crypto. This is where you come for crypto. You don't go to a bank. No way 80% of people would want their money in a bank. But you've got the banking, mafia paying 100% attention to crypto right now. You have the government paying attention to crypto right now. I told you, week of regulatory FUD, then we get these stories you guys can see over the weekend. We're going to see more of this. And I think by the end of this week is when, speaking of great nicknames, Liz Banking Broad Warren said, the old banking broad said that she was giving the SEC to, I think it was the 25th. That's like in a few days, right? Or maybe it was the 29th, whatever it was. Is Catoshi the cat on Matty B's piano?
Yes.
They wear the same amount of shirts.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what I'll tell you. They at least have that in similarity. So anyways, all right, so we know that can be a little concerning stuff. But guys, then we got this, mega buys. ARK Invest buys another 54 million. Is Nick Demondi in here?
He's not.
Oh, I thought that was him that laughed. Who's laughing behind the screen?
DZ.
Oh, it's Deezy. It's just Deezy. Oh, Nick DeMonte said he watches our stream from the other room, though.
Hi, Nick.
I'm ready to get some of this Kathy Wood stuff out there, too, that we've discovered. So we'll be doing that soon. If you didn't know, she's behind ARK Invest. But they bought another $54 million in stock adjacent, or in Bitcoin adjacent Square stock. Oh, you know what I just thought about? Last week, what did I tell you the buy signal was? I told you guys, told the buy signal is when all of the Bitcoin-related stocks, Coinbase, Square, I don't know, some other ones, I don't know what other ones, those are the main two I think of, okay? When those start becoming buys, when the media moves those to a buy signal, that's time. Now, what's interesting here is, here's the story. ARK Invest buys another $54 million in Bitcoin adjacent Square stock. So they're saying Square is a buy right now. Why would Square be a buy? Why would Square be a buy right now? Because Bitcoin's going to start going back up. That's the only reason. If not, you think remember, what percentage of Square's business is Bitcoin? It's huge.
Yeah, it was huge.
It's like 300 million last year, I think, during one quarter.
Yeah.
So I don't exactly know what percent Square's business is Bitcoin, but I think it's the vast majority. I think it's the majority of their profit comes from Bitcoin. So because of that, the only reason you would buy a Bitcoin-related stock is if you think Bitcoin is going up soon. So what does she know that we don't? Let's see, 53.7 million. New York-based investment firm ARK Invest snapped up 225,937 shares of Jack Dorsey Square during last Friday's trade. According to data shared by ARK Invest in its latest newsletter, purchases made through the ARK Innovation ETF and the ARK Next Generation Internet ETF, two of the firm's 6 actively managed exchange-traded funds. 2 funds were topped up with $180K basically and $46K of Square stock. Kathy Wood's firm holds a stake in Square via the ARK FinTech Innovation ETF. Wow, all these sound so scammy. Ahead of Monday's trading session, the 3 ETFs combined hold more than 7.2 million shares of the payment company, worth more than $1.7 billion. This is on the heels of Dorsey's announcement on Thursday that they're going to build a platform to facilitate Bitcoin-based non-custodial, permissionless, and decentralized financial services. Earlier this month, Dorsey also confirmed that the payment company is going to build a Bitcoin hardware wallet. On Friday, ARK Invest also added 214,000 shares of Coinbase. There it is, right there. What I tell you guys, Square and Coinbase were the 2 stocks I was told specifically on. And now, here it is. Kathy Wood is buying them. God, that makes me feel real good.
Yeah.
That makes me feel real good. Because I was told that. And then here it is, the next week. Pretty interesting stuff. I'm always fascinated by how accurate the information is. Press time, Square holds 8,000, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I'm much more interested in the overall, signal this is saying.
And then real quick before you start the next one, Justice Beaver was asking when the Jack Elon Musk talk is going to be. And that is event B, or they're calling it the B word, and that's July 21st.
So that's Wednesday.
Yep. Very soon. That'll be interesting.
God, I'm feeling good. They make you not want to feel good. I tell you what, whoever put red behind me, fire them. I'm tired of this red back here. Okay? This is not good. This makes the people scared. Are y'all scared by this? There you go. There you go. I'm just kidding. We're not going to really fire that person. It was probably TJ.
No, it wasn't.
Who was it?
Well, who else is in here setting the lights up in the morning?
Is that Elron Schmeeds?
Mr. Elron.
Mr. Elron Schmeeds! He cut off the stream and now he made us go in the red. I'm just kidding. I love Elron. I would never fire Elron.
No,
guys.
He's a lifer.
He's a lifer. He's in the club. We let him manage sometimes millions of dollars. Yeah. Almost millions of dollars anyways.
Yeah.
So we trust Elron with our lives.
Maybe a little too much.
Maybe too much. Yeah. I know when I say I'm going to fire him on live TV, must get him nervous.
Poor guy.
Maybe he'll bondly us.
Maybe.
Will he bondly us?
Oh gosh.
Oh man. Okay. This mega whale purchased around 30,000 Bitcoin over the last weekend. As per data on BitInfo charts, a Bitcoin mega whale has purchased nearly 30,000 Bitcoin over the last weekend between the 16th and the 18th. The same entity controls around 144,000 Bitcoins. I've told you guys almost all the top 100 wallets, I mean, are, well, maybe not almost all, a vast majority of those are institutions.
Oh, yeah, and this is something else I wanted to answer. We saw something earlier saying that whales aren't accumulating. Look at the wallets with 1K to 10K BTC. Because those are going down. What that is a lot of these big wallets with 10,000 plus Bitcoin, they're just diversifying it into 3, 4, 5, 6 different wallets. It's not that they're selling it. So that's an easy way to get tricked up if you're looking at Glassnode.
Which, by the way, we got a lot of people in the Twitch chat over here saying, TJ, snitches get stitches. Well, you just snitched on Elrod.
I tried not to.
You did try not to. I forced it out of you. Have I recorded Clerks 3 yet? No, we've not recorded yet, but I got an email last week about scheduling it, so it will be pretty soon. So excited about that. But anyways, guys, look, the whales are buying. Like this, okay, I told you. The institutions, they lull you to sleep. They lull you to sleep. And in a larger context, you can actually think of the bear market as that same thing. A lot of the bear market is the long-term lulling. You think this week is boring? Wait until about a year from now. Y'all will be like, oh my God, give me 2021, BitBoy. I know what y'all are going to say. That's what they do in a large, they have a longer time frame than you do, but this time frame here, they are expecting another run up at the end of this year. But we know they're trying to lull you to sleep. But what are they doing? They're accumulating. Exchange reserves dropping. You can do the math. That's why we know that things are coming back. Do the math. Why are whales accumulating at these levels if it's going down to $20,000? Why? They're gearing up for this one last push. Swim with the whales. Don't swim against them, okay? We all the inside information we cover and uncover on this channel and the investigative stuff that we do that exposes Digital Currency Group and all of these people involved with that, your Chinese investors that are major holders in American companies, when you start looking at this stuff, you do the math. You want to do what they're doing. You don't want to not do what they're doing. I'll tell you an interesting coin to watch is Ethereum Classic right now. Watch Ethereum Classic. I told you guys that Grayscale uses Ethereum Classic to pump to create more revenue in order to invest in other coins that do have long-term success. You can kind of think of Ethereum Classic as like a shell holding, like a shell company, like a shell holding for Grayscale and then Digital Currency Group. They're trying to pump it up right now. There was just an article published yesterday, I think, about Ethereum Classic maybe ready to move. It don't do nothing. Why would it be ready to move? It's just pure manipulation. That's 100% it. So watch Ethereum Classic. This is the next one that's in their targets. They did pump that a lot right before the market crashed. So let's see what else we have on here. Bank of America opens Bitcoin future trading to clients. You guys I love me some BOA. BOA. Do you think if they have to ease the, really kind of clamp down on restrictions on Bank of America that they would call it being BOA constricted?
No.
No, you don't think they'd call it?
No.
BOA constrictor?
No.
Python? Isn't that a nerd language?
It is a programming language, yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, speaking of BOA constrictor, we're going to talk about the snakes at Bank of America. They've established trading of Bitcoin futures for some of its clients. You let me bomb those on purpose.
Yep.
God, I hate when you do that.
It's kind of fun.
It is. It's like I get some humor out of it.
Yeah.
Despite its quite conservative approach in response to crypto, the second largest bank in the United States has now given the green light to some of its clients to access such digital assets due to the amount of margin required to trade the futures. While some of the bank's clients are now setting up Bitcoin futures accounts, which are settled in cash, one or two clients may have already begun trading. 2018, Bank of America used to block their clients and financial advisors from trading in Bitcoin-related investments. But such a policy has now changed. The bank will use CME Futures, which was established in 2017, has become one of the biggest Bitcoin futures trading platforms. It's so interesting because we see a lot of times, we see these banks and what they're doing in crypto, how it's all positive. And then if you have a debit card from that bank and you try to buy crypto with it, they say it's fraud.
Yep.
You can't. I hate banks so much. I really hope that somehow, someday, I don't know if it's 20 years from now, 50 years from now, I hope I can play a role in the downfall of banks.
I think we are right now.
You think that we are doing it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't want it to end here. I don't want it to end with talks. Like, I literally want to take them down.
Well, it'd be cool if we, like, bought an old bank and put a building in it or something. Like, had our headquarters in an old bank. That'd be kind of fun.
Ooh, that would be nice.
Yeah.
That would be nice. For nostalgia. Then we can go do a horse and carriage ride. And drink some apple cider. Just kidding. I don't like apple cider.
Corey thought your joke was funny, by the way.
Oh, well, thank you, Corey. I appreciate that. Joke was hilarious. TJ didn't laugh because he doesn't know funny.
Well, I know you pretty well, so what does that mean?
Well, you're saying I'm funny?
He said I don't know funny.
You're saying you know me and I am funny. That was the implication of your statement there.
I'm saying I know you, so you draw your own conclusion. Either he's wrong, or you're not funny.
Is this a math problem? I'm trying to, like, sort of, is this a math word problem? How many watermelons does the doctor have on the back of his truck? I don't know the answer to the question.
Right.
I don't get it. Let's see. Crypto and digital assets constitute one of the fastest growing emerging technology ecosystems. Candace Browning, head of BOFA Global Research, no doubt a scammer, addressed the memo to employees and partners at Merrill Lynch Wealth Management Division of Bank of America. Hey, so I went, let me tell you this. So I bank at a credit union because you guys know I'm banned from banks, which I wear it like a badge of honor.
Yeah.
Did I tell you the story about when I went to Governor's? Did I tell that on air last week?
I can't remember.
Okay, so I joined a golf club. And I go there to a golf club, and they told me, they said, we need you to fill out this application. I said, okay, cool. They said, well, we're going to need references. I said, okay, sure, here's some references. And the next thing it said, bank references.
Oh, gosh.
They wanted references from your bank. And
Why?
Well, I don't know. She said that they don't actually feel like you don't actually need that anymore. It's something they used to do. They haven't updated the application. But it was so funny. Like, here I am joining this like very prestigious golf club, and she says to me, "Well, make sure to fill it out." And I say, "Bank references? Oh yeah, you're not getting any of those from me. Nobody at the bank likes me." And the look on her face was horror. Like, why do the banks hate you? I was like, I'm into crypto. She's like, oh, okay. It was pretty funny because I didn't realize, like, I got to be careful. Like, most people don't know what I do or my channel, and they don't know that I'm outspoken against banks, and it just makes it sound like banks hate me because I don't know why. But it was really funny. What do I think of Ohio building a nuclear-powered Bitcoin mining facility?
Yeah, I hadn't heard anything about that.
I haven't heard anything about it.
It looks like, though, there's a story on the block. It looks like nuclear-powered Bitcoin mining is coming to Ohio in December.
How about that? Pretty interesting.
That's cool.
Bank of America's Bitcoin thaw. I mean, guys, look, here's another story about the same thing. It just boils down to this. The banks are doing what they've always done, working with smoke and mirrors, telling you one thing, doing another. So what was I saying about my credit union? I didn't even finish that story.
References?
Oh, so I went, no, that was at the golf clubhouse. But I went to, when I got my Super Bowl tickets. I bought my Super Bowl tickets last year. They were like, I think it was like $40,000 or $13,000 a piece. I got one for me and both my kids, or both my boys. Went to the Super Bowl, and I go into the bank, and I thought this was so funny. I was going to the credit union, and they're always like, I mean, look, when you ask to money wire like $45,000, they don't see that a lot. Like, that's a big amount to be wiring something. I mean, most people buy stuff on credit and don't use full purchase price. I don't do that. And so I go in there, and immediately after they wire the money, she goes, look, I've got something I want to give to you. Here's a card. This is for our wealth management financial advisor. Okay. He can really help you get on a path to success. They're just trying to milk me. Yeah. Trying to milk my teats. So they want to milk my money teats. They say, oh, this guy's got some money. I tell you what, let's get him with our financial advisor so we can get all of his money.
Well, what's funny
is it's all such a scam, but yet they won't let you do crypto transactions.
Well,
I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off one more time. They would not allow me to get a business bank account at the credit union because my email address had the word crypto in it.
Yeah. Well, what's funny is every time we set up new accounts, too, they do the same thing. They want to bring us to their financial people. And all they're trying to do the whole time is get you to take debt and loans. And, oh, you got to do this for credit. Don't spend any of your money. Just here's all the best credit things we have for you. It's a joke.
Yeah.
It's a joke. They're idiots.
Speaking of my teats, we actually have our theta drop coming this week.
Yeah.
So we got a huge NFT drop on Theta. Nipple emote or we rage. That's pretty funny. So we've got a few. One will be the Bitmobile. One will be Nipception. I can't remember what the other two are. I think one's like a TV screen that looks pretty cool that Steven worked on, Steven made. So we got a big NFT drop coming on Theta this week. So if you're a big fan of Theta, make sure that you check it out. I don't know if they have it on their site or anything. I think it's Thursday. Is that right?
Sounds right. Sounds right.
Yeah, sounds right. So we'll be talking about that. So we're really excited to work with Theta. We love Theta. I think Theta is a top 10 project in the future. So somebody asked me if since the price of Bitcoin is down, if I've been thinking about maybe becoming an accountant. And I don't mean a real accountant. I mean an accountant on TikTok. If you guys know what that is. Yeah. Basically like open an OnlyFans account, right. Because Bitcoin is down. And I told him, I said, well, I'm already pretty close to that kind of work. I mean, we're putting out pictures of my nipples, so we're pretty close. Okay, let's get on Twitter here. Last story of the day. We got TJ's favorite person, Eric Voorhees.
Oh, this caused a big...
Did it?
It pissed the maxis off pretty bad.
Oh, they hate Eric.
Yeah.
There's a tendency among some to portray Bitcoin's creation as a miraculous conception, appearing fully formed and decentralized. The reality of decentralized projects is that they always begin centralized as a thought in the mind of one. And this goes back to what Vitalik said a long time ago. There's no such thing as decentralization. Like, let's take, what is the most decentralized thing in crypto you can think about? Like Uniswap?
Pretty.
I mean, a DEX, right? Who named it? Who bought the domain? Who built the website? Did the community do that? Did robots do that? Did AI do that? No. You have to look at decentralization, centralization as a continuum. There's
process.
It's a process. Well, no, it's not just a process. It's a continuum. You're never going to have 100% centralization. You're never going to have 100% decentralization. They don't actually exist. Like Vitalik had an article where he put out these 3 different types of centralization and saying that these 2 types, you can actually get very close to fully decentralized, but in the thought and planning stage, something always has to come from something else. So there's always some level of centralization. That's what Eric Voorhees is saying here, is that decentralized projects, they have to start out centralized at some point. So that cake smuggler is pretty funny. I like a lot of those comments.
Well, and it is important for people to realize too. It's something to strive towards, and it's a never-ending journey. But like you said, it's not. It doesn't just happen overnight. It doesn't happen originally. Ethereum's a lot more decentralized today than it was 2 years ago. Bitcoin's a lot more decentralized today than it was 2 years ago. And the goal is that it continues to get more decentralized over time. But to look at things in a vacuum and say, oh, that's really centralized or that's not that decentralized because of this reason or that reason, it's kind of flawed logic in a lot of ways.
Yeah, 100%. Hey, BitBoy, this is from Bozaman69. Hey, BitBoy, I think TJ is really cute.
Oh,
in what way? Like he's like a cute little. Okay. Then we have this one down here from Crypto Vet. Twitch hot tub stream with Ben, TJ, and DZ.
Yeah.
When are we going to get a hot tub in the new building?
I was actually, it's so funny you said that. I was thinking about that this weekend. Maybe. We have to I want to talk. We need to talk about.
We need to put it in that room down there that I was talking about be our fun room.
The fun room.
Like where I'm going to park the Lambo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
are we sure we want a hot tub? I guess it's okay to have one inside.
I would think so, right?
I guess.
I mean, I've seen them inside. They have indoor hot tubs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just going to be very humid.
Yeah, I will commit to at some point we will do that. I don't know when it'll be though. Decentralized hot tub stream.
Yeah, there's going to be some crazy stuff in that building once we're all in there.
TJ next first date hot tub with you 30.
And the date.
Oh my god. That would be pretty funny.
Yeah. Oh hey.
Whoa.
New life.
And this comes back. This Eric Voorhees tweet was basically on the Thorchain hack. They had an exploit, and he was saying, "Look, Bitcoin. If you go back to Bitcoin Talk, they actually had an exploit at some point as well. It was a 1.8 billion mint of Bitcoin, which is weird. That's I guess they got it fixed, obviously. Then we had Alex Mashinsky. The Coinbase IPO marked the top of the bull market in the first half of 2021. China FUD will mark the bottom of 2021, meaning we've already seen the bottom, which I believe. Until the bear market. Inflation and continued money printing will drive BTC and ETH to a new all-time high in 2021. So you got people that agree with us, smart people that agree with us. All you have to do is hodl and earn yield on Celsius. When are we starting some official kind of promotion at Celsius? Do you know?
I believe it's going to be next week. I'm waiting for the final paperwork.
We signed on with Celsius. We love Celsius. We've always loved Celsius. So
Yep.
I like people. I love Alex Mashinsky. Then speaking of Alex, here's another one. The banking sector and central banks are throwing all they have against Bitcoin, trying to convince ESG investors Bitcoin is dirty, cracking down on the largest exchanges, shutting down mining in Mongolia, China, and Venezuela, making payments in Bitcoin illegal in Turkey and other places. Yet all of this will accelerate adoption. When the head of the U.S. FUD has to defend the dollar against Bitcoin, that tells you we've arrived. They just did it. Jerome Powell just said, well, why would you even need crypto if you have a great digital dollar? Yeah, we're not buying what you're selling, you slime ball. First, they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they try to get rid of you, and last, they hodl with you. That's a nice one. And then, so here is a little bit about the last thing I wanted to end here was the Bondly stuff. So if you didn't know, let's actually pull up the Bondly chart. I was looking at this ZenFit network, XDC. You know anything about that? People were saying it's got some Ripple ties. I had to check that out. That's why I was looking that up. Okay, Bondly. So Bondly was a project, by the way, we've never done any promotion with Bondly. We've never worked with Bondly. But we did do a review video on Bondly because a lot of people were interested in it. Logan Paul had his NFTs on Bondly, which was pretty interesting. But the price dropped tremendously. Let's see here. It was this day. We'll zoom in on this. You guys will see. It dropped 95%, basically. It went from 6 cents all the way down to 0.067 cents. Okay, so basically like an 18th or 19th of a penny from 7 cents or 6 cents. And this was a very bad thing. And a lot of people are wondering what happened. Why did this happen? They've came out and said some things. The Bondly token price tanked more than 60% within 3 hours following the attack. Peck Shield, a blockchain security and data analytics company, explained the price drop with a 373 million token mint on the Ethereum blockchain. Security firm also claims that huge mint on Ethereum was performed by the owner's address, essentially accusing Bondly of performing a rug pull. So that is the accusation at this point. I can't confirm that right now. But the accusation that is being made by some, because all of this went to one address, is that this, in fact, was a rug pull. If this happened, I would be extremely sad, extremely upset, which, if you ask me my opinion on it right now, it don't look good, you know. I had actually invested in Bondly a while back, and it pumped, and then we sold it all. So we own 0 Bondly right now at this moment. Guys, by the way, as we end the stream here, 12,000 viewers. We got 5,700 likes. If you remember, the goal was to get to 6,500. If you hit the like on your way out, just hit your like on your way out, we can get to 6,500 likes on this live stream, no problems. But just a last statement I want to make on Bondly, which is, guys, a lot of times you see projects and they get a lot of clout, and you start thinking they're too big to fail. But we've seen projects much higher on the list than Bondly. I mean, if you go back to BitConnect's top 10 project, we all knew by the end BitConnect was a Ponzi scheme. But you've seen projects, I mean, Bondly was certainly in the top 100 at different points. Just because it's in the top 100 doesn't mean it's too big to fail. Doesn't mean that they won't rug pull you. They may. So what I would say is just be careful when you're investing out there. That's when we tell you to diversify. Don't go all in on one thing. That's never a great strategy. And, you know, except for BitBoy Crypto. You can be all in on BitBoy Crypto. All right, guys, that's all I got for today. And don't forget, I won't be live streaming tomorrow. I'll have a video for you tomorrow morning. I'll be back on Wednesday. That's all I got. Be blessed. BitBoy out.